Google's nice.
That it is.
And we are live. Welcome to the SEO show. I'm Frank. You know Byron.
What's
we
up?
We have Andrew.
Hey.
And we have Jake T. I love that, dude.
How's it going, guys?
Is
T
that
out of
your
nowhere.
real name?
Nah. Well, Tyler's my middle name.
Okay. All right.
So that's where it comes from.
Now, here's the funny part that I think is going to be awesome is that you're on a Hangout now, and Andrew does not have Jake sitting next to him to press all the buttons. So anything that Andrew puts on himself, such as the hats, is his own fault. And he can't say, stop doing that, Jake, because Jake has no control now.
I absolutely love that.
Nice tiara.
Oh, guys, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate it. This you guys have had a ton of influence on building things up, and I'm sorry I'm looking at different areas. You guys are like right by my camera, but let me see if I can adjust. The thing is I mounted my monitors to be tall enough for me to start standing, and 1.5 feet too high to sit. So
I love
the master right here.
I love the fact that Byron stands throughout this. I always thought that was like the coolest shit in the world.
Yeah, dude, I got this standing desk. It's awesome.
I ordered my desk, and when it comes in, I'm going to be cool like him too. So you guys can all just suck it. So I know this. I know Jake has been in his area, his realm. Did you get all the house fixing up shit done?
Yeah, most of that's cleaned up. You talking about the apartment itself, or like the house cleaning, the coating cleaning?
No, the house.
The
you know. Whoa.
Yeah, no, most of that stuff's cleaned up. So got the stuff in place, and it's good. It's nice.
Good. And Andrew's just sitting there with his green screen. Where's Ben?
Ben is he's actually celebrating the Jewish New Year. So
Awesome.
Lishna Tova.
I
We
don't
let him go for a day or 2 days.
Yeah, we'll work his ass when he gets back, though.
That's right.
I needed to bust his balls about his shorts colors and the emails that he sends out, and he says, send back an email if you have any questions. He's got to be careful, because I don't know if he told you, but I sent him a short list of 145 questions that I want answered before Monday.
I'll make sure he gets right on it.
I don't know. I got them all from the greatest pickup lines ever for a man looking for a woman, and it was like 600 or 800 questions long, and I'm like, I'll just copy this many and shoot him back an email.
You said a man from a woman. It's going to take him a while to get through those questions, my friend.
Oh, I mean, well, school's almost out for him, right? I mean, junior high? Sorry, Ben, I got to bust your
I
balls.
must look like I'm in middle school then.
Well, yeah, but you're old enough to drink, so.
Elementary. Catch that.
Listen,
and smoking some places.
Byron blew off a few days and went and hung out with the rock stars again. I mean,
As always.
I think he's got a frequent buyer's card to every rock concert in Vegas.
It's a frequent thing. I just go and I have to disappear for about 3 or 4 days. 3 or 4 days of recovery, and I'm back at it.
Now, wonder why his clients are always calling me looking for him.
What?
So, Andrew, you're just sitting back, chilling, wondering where the hell this little game's going.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Give a shout out to everybody in your premium channel over at SEMEasy. SEMEasy. Is there anything going on with you?
Yeah, we actually. I think I threw it in the trap. In the chat.
In
there.
the trap.
In the trap. I think I put it in the chat there. So yeah, they should have it. Is there anything new going on with us? Yeah, there's always something new going on with us. Actually, on SEMEasy, we just started the course outline, so our members, new people, not only do we have live training, not only do we have a whole bunch of other, fun stuff that's going on, but we're trying to give everybody a course method where, it starts from the beginning and, you go right through each course with lessons and everything else. So we've been working on that this past week, and that's going to be rolling out. That's an ongoing process, going to be rolling out for the next, God, I don't even know how long, but that's
forever.
Yeah, absolutely forever. Just working on some cool new things, trying to think a little outside the box, man. Frank, I've showed you a bunch of different things that we're working on, and we want to make sure it's stable before we get out there. But we always definitely try and think outside the box, a little bit different than what some of the other people have been doing. Just because, I had followed everybody for a long period of time, and just realized it was time to just time to do something different. That's about it. Jake is the one who's been getting hammered.
The funny part is the one of the things that always, there are certain terms that I absolutely I hate them. I hate the term guru, especially when you send me an email and tell me you have elected yourself a guru. I don't know how that works, but okay, you did. All right, fine. I posted about this shit before. I hate that. If somebody else wants to call you a guru, then fine. I actually asked some of my students, I don't want to be known as a guru. What would you suggest? And they came back with prophet. So I went, okay, I'm a prophet. All right, I'll be a video SEO prophet. I enjoy that, I even, stole off of Google Images this long-haired old guy, and I was like, that's kind of cool. It's Zen, SEO Zen. See how I work in other products?
Frank, I laugh, right? I've been doing this before. I really got into the whole SEO thing before internet marketers actually hit the scene, so it's been really interesting to see how, everything has changed over the last 20 years. It's amazing how there were no internet marketers. Everybody was just trying to figure out how to rank stuff, there was no such thing as really internet marketers that were pushing products. And it's amazing, man, that whole thing has just exploded into something that I never really saw to be, I never really saw it coming, but over the years, it's just kind of been there, and these guys just kind of jump in there, and guys that have been doing this for 2 years, they're gurus, and we just kind of ride the wave, man, and we were talking earlier, Frank, you and I love all these updates, especially in Google. It's great. I was telling you, I was at the doctor's office yesterday, and there was a girl who was a pharmacist, not a pharmacist, but one of these pharmacy people that show up at the doctor's office and give them, samples and shit like that, right?
Drug dealers.
Yeah, legal drug dealers, right? So she was actually talking to another woman in the office, and she goes, yeah, with the way that the insurance has changed in the country, it's great. It's shaking the leaves. All these people that used to be these drug reps, it's shaking them all out of the system because they really don't know what the hell's going on anymore. And it's the same exact thing with SEO. As all these little quasi shakeup happens, those people that really don't have a good grasp on what's going on or can't weather a storm, it just shakes them right out. So I love what's going on right now. I think it's awesome.
Oh yeah, you know what people message me with all the time? They're saying, hey, yeah, SEO dead, what are these updates going to do? Should I get out of SEO? And I'm just like, I guess if you can't handle it, go ahead. That's just more money for everybody else, you know what I mean? But
it's never going to die. It's going to change, though.
Yeah, well, it goes back to, if you need to pay your rent, don't get involved in SEO. You're not going to get paid for a long term. If you want to be a product creator, fine, be a product. If you want to be an author, be an author. Whatever, be committed, but understand that no matter what you do, SEO, book author, video guy, you've got to learn the profession. Andrew, you were doing internet stuff when they were actually on the Telegraph, right?
We're talking. We're talking Prodigy. I'm talking.
Prodigy.
Prodigy. You remember Prodigy? Dude,
Yes.
I was so psyched when AOL 1.0 came out, and I used to have to run around and find a fucking disc at all these different computer stores and shit.
When they started handing that out at the supermarket, I was like, oh my God, so you're taking 10 of them for free.
Dude, I was a Commodore VIC-20 guy, all right? Yes. I mean, it just tells you. I used to have to blow into my games in order to get the fucking Atari to work, you know?
Yeah, the greatest thing in the world was
one of the greatest shit back in the day, you know? My kids look at it like, what the hell is that? You know, like, dude, it was the coolest game that ever hit the freaking waves. Pong, man.
What was it? The tape over the little square on a cassette. You know, that was your rewrite. You know, pull that off, and nobody could mess with your cassette tape that had your ones and zeros of basic language. You know, now there's the people talking PHP, CSS, and SaaS, and I'm like, hey man, I remember going 10 space print.
Oh my God!
You know, I'm making video games that were the car wheels that you know. You're doing dashes and parentheses and stuff. I'm like, yeah, my wheels look awesome.
And I'll tell you what. You know what's really funny about all this, Frank? Right? So when I first started, I guess you'd call it SEO, right? I mean, we didn't know that it was called SEO because it wasn't termed SEO back in the day. But there weren't really even directories back in the day. Like, you would try and buy a domain name that you thought somebody would actually just plug in because that was the only way that somebody was going to find you.
Right.
And if you couldn't get that domain name, then what you would do is you would find somebody who had that domain name that you knew was getting traffic just because people were going to type it in, and you would beg you would beg, borrow, and steal to get a link on this dude's page somewhere where you would get the traffic actually flowing through that link. Like, literally people actually clicking on it to find you. And, like, if you really think about it, that's the best SEO that ever existed back in the day. Because if you could do that now, it would just change the entire game. I mean, that would be like the most natural link profile that you could possibly ever get. But it's funny, man. Things change, but things stay the same. I mean, we saw shit change in 2007, stopped working, came right back, and it's you know, some things change, some things stay the same. But I'll tell you, you know, it's always a matter of you know, there are things that are going to work today. There are things that are not going to work today. And it's a matter of just testing. It's a matter of going through. And it's truly a matter of sharing, because the more that I share with people of the stuff that I know, they can bring back stuff to me that I never really even thought of before. And then we just try and implement that, you know, right on top. But it's not a matter of like that magic crystal ball or that magic black box. It's just really a matter of trying different things, seeing what the hell's working. I mean, we were doing these massive style, you know, landlord style sites, we call them, right? Which is just these huge traffic funnels, zero backlinks. We're not using any backlinks. And dude, I don't even have to. I don't worry about anything. I mean, fuck, I'm glad that the PBNs are dying off. It makes my shit really freaking viable right now, you know.
Well, you know, and that whole PBN and the reason that I titled this. I always try to come up with some nifty little, not an SEO title, but something that's going to make me at least smile. And I said, hey, Chicken Little, SKYFALL is not an update. It technically, as Jake informed me, is an update when they adjust algorithms, but it's not a panda. It's not a landscape shifting update. It's filtering, and you know, he knows all the quasi cool lingo that says what it is. I just thought it was hilarious that within hours people already had a name for it, you know. And when the squirrel came out, the squirrel update or panda or whatever the hell some of them were, I actually put out a post that said you can buy my panda fixer update immediately right now, and I had a buy now button on there, and I was just watching. There were people clicking it. It went nowhere, but people were clicking it, wanting to know how to fix this up. I'm like, are you kidding? I don't even know what the panda is. I just wanted to put a page up that just said, buy the fix now. It pissed some people off, man. I got a lot of emails saying, oh, your link's broke. I'm like, no, it's not broke.
Dude, last week I'm on Facebook and I'm looking around, everything's good, and then all of a sudden it seems like every PBN has just exploded across the entire universe, and I wasn't aware of any problems, but maybe that's just me. It just seemed like the world imploded upon itself in like 4 days.
Well, but you know, and that makes me think that there's got to be something common when the same people get hit at every one of these updates, and I'm thinking, you know, stop linking to each other. I mean, I know it's a community, but when the same 100 people connect to each other, you're not leaving a trail. You're putting up fucking highway signs that point and say, come here, look at what I'm doing. And even though you've changed your name and your address and your email and your Gmail and you've phone verified by some crackhead's phone and, you know, you've done everything to hide, you just relink to all the shit that you just got de-indexed from. Is just, you know, you're perpetuating this crap over and over again, which I love, because my site over here, like you said, Andrew, that's not connected to anybody, that's not hiding from anybody. I mean, okay, I'm on Cloudflare, but I'm not doing anything else extraordinary. I'm getting 1,000 hits a day, the same 1,000 hits I've had for 6 months, and every time there's an update, I see a boost in traffic and a boost in ranking. And yes, I'm a PR0, so.
I'll tell you what. You know, I'm going to throw out a little bit about what I think's going on, and then I really want Jake to actually throw in his feelings, because Jake is like more analytical than anybody that I know, and he really dives into a lot of the technical stuff, right? For those of you guys that don't know Jake, he is like a technical freaking guru. But, you know, Google, you know, there's been a lot of discussions, not only just about the PBNs, you know, the death of PBNs and all sorts of stuff. And a PBN really is only a website at the end of the day, right? So, so I guess, you know, it's the death of all websites too, right? If it's the death of PBNs. But, so, you know, we're going to just, you know, there was a lot of discussion about, you know, a 30-day sandbox period. And the problem is that people don't even realize that this is all the same stuff. It's all one thing, right? So what happened was back in 2012, Google had registered a patent which they had purchased called Open Documents, and ultimately what the patent said was that it would do random things based on links that are being pointed to sites. So, for instance, and I'm going to get one or two people going, oh, this isn't possible, but let's just say it is, right? We have two exact websites, exactly the same, exact same content. Forget duplicate content for an issue, and I know people are going to start screaming, you can't forget duplicate content. Fuck you, forget duplicate content issue for a second, okay? And we have two exact of the same websites, okay? We have links from two exact quality, you know, pages. One points to one site, one points to the other site, okay? So, like, everything is equal, okay? In a perfect utopian society, everything is fucking equal, all right? Well, Google is what they're saying now, basically what this patent's going to do is it's going to react to one site one way. It's going to react to another site a different way. One site, it might jump up. One site, it's going to drop back like 10 pages, okay? And what Google is doing is Google is waiting to see what the response of the SEO is. If the SEO removes that link immediately, Google says, okay, you were manipulating, and they slap the shit out of you, okay? If you go through the patent and you read it, I mean, it's basically clear as day about what's going on. Google was looking for a way to be able to figure out, you know, what SEOs were doing, what their reactions were to what they were doing. So it's not a 30-day wait period, okay? That's nonsense. It's completely random, all right? And what happens is, you know, we as SEOs are extremely impatient. We always have been. And the reason why we're impatient is because usually we have a client breathing down our freaking neck saying, dude, what's going on? And if their site drops a little bit, they're on top of our ass and saying, you just screwed something up. So we get nervous. We take a really fast reaction, which we know we shouldn't, but we can't help it because you got a client breathing down your neck. and you're just like, well, screw it. If that's what you want me to do, then that's what I'm going to do. And all of a sudden now you're in a world of crap because of the fact that you went against your better judgment to begin with. But this is what's going on right now. And Jake, I know that you've gone through the patent like inside and out, and I kind of want to get you to jump in here as well because we've discussed it on multiple occasions.
Yeah, I mean, you covered it pretty well.
Before you do that, before you say it, do you really subscribe to the patents?
Really subscribe to the patents? Like,
yeah, I mean, do you like have an alert that says, hey, Google just filed a patent, or, I mean, so you read them. I mean, you literally look.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've looked through pretty much all of them that have come up in my searches, but I search for them, just key terms, and there's the U.S. Patent and Trade Office, USPTO, something like that. You can just go in and search them and pull them right out. They're all on public record, so it's not like it's anything special or I'm hacking into Google very easily. Go and pull them down yourselves.
I'm coming out there, dude. I'm going to get you laid.
All right. Well, yeah, come out to the city, man. We'll have a good time.
Oh, hey, if there's one thing I told my wife, I'm like, I got to go out there. I got to go to their office. I got to hang out. I got to punch Ben in the arm. She's like, all right, cool. When do you want to do it? And I said, not until after the fucking snow's gone. There ain't no way in hell I'm leaving Arizona in the winter to go hang out with you knuckleheads in snow. Just sorry.
Nah, I don't blame you.
You were saying it was 105 near you today, right, Frank?
Yeah. It right now. I just got a warning. That's why I was looking at my phone. I got a warning that we may have a haboob show up. I don't know why. Which is
Another
a dust storm. Yeah, a haboob. Yeah, it's a big dust fucking cloud that comes through and fucks your car up. The temperature dropped. It's only 97 right now.
I still get past the haboob thing, but
I love it. Yeah, it's like what I'm looking. I'm like, what the fuck is a haboob?
I
thought that was the guy that worked at Convenient. Not that I'm a racist, okay? I just knew a dude named Haboob who worked at a convenience store.
Listen, Frank, I love boobs, man.
Boobs are awesome. I mean, no, okay, I'm sorry, Jake. No, I know about them coming out, and I usually wait for somebody to give a synopsis because I'm lost with all the legalese and shit, but you're a dude who actually reads what the fuck these things do.
Yeah, I mean, if you program a little bit, you know how a computer thinks. It's all just logical and analytical. So you just got to think about it from a really abstract sense, like what's going on from like the overview, and then you break it down and go to the literal like interpretation of every little bit. Everything's usually modeled in a flow diagram. The problem with these types of patents, though, is that they're sometimes broad-based. You don't know how they're going to apply in certain situations. So they could take one thing that was intended maybe for, detecting image manipulation and then apply it to detecting authorship manipulation or detecting duplicate content or keyword stuffing. The algorithms themselves, there's no one patent that says this is Google's algorithm. It's comprised of a bunch of smaller individual pieces. So when you talk about like a huge Google update, like a Penguin update or a Panda update, it's usually an update to like a major update to the combination of those little pieces as a whole, or an introduction of a new piece, or the removal of one of those pieces. But what we've seen here with this like SKYFALL is not really the insert or the removal of like a new link in the chain. I feel it's more of a reevaluation of some of the variables when they're presented to the end algorithm itself. So like the importance, so to say, of specific links from specific networks drops significantly before it is the end algorithm to determine where the page should lay. It's not like you link to this one place so your site's totally gone out of nowhere, but if your entire backlink profile was all to these shady sites, then it's going to hit that filter. You're going to get shitty credit or no credit for your backlinks, and then that's it. Your off-site SEO is gone. You're left with your on-page SEO, and if you haven't set that up, then you shouldn't be in the business to begin with. It's that simple.
So the basics should always be done first.
Correct, and I think like Matt Cutts will be the first person to tell you that too. Is focus on the bare basics. Make your site like any other site on the web.
Jake said the M word. There it goes.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And if Google's processing the text, or not the text, the voice here, and they're doing their linguistic analyzation on what we're saying, because God knows they can. You got Google on your phone or Siri or whatnot, and they could translate all this. They got the auto translate. If Matt Cutts flies any like keywords, we're all not keywords, like throws off any red flags, we're all screwed. But
well, no, I'll tell you this, and Byron always laughs, is because I'll throw in something like Angelina Jolie nude pictures, just because Google owns the #1 translation service, So that I'll hopefully one day rank for Angelina Jolie nude pictures.
Fort Lauderdale spring break.
Yep.
Yeah, I ranked #1, Frank, for B. Arthur naked pictures. It didn't get a lot of hits, though.
Sweet.
Yeah, it went nowhere. Those of you that don't know the Golden Girls, I guess,
Hey, I will tell you this. I intentionally, I heard somebody say, they took this hot chick's name, they bought a domain, they put up this stuff, and they got a ton of traffic, and they're #1 over even her domain for this stuff. So I went out and I built ChloeGoodman.org, and this chick is a nude model for Europe, and she's on like all their magazines, and she's got paparazzi. No, I'm still not #1 for her shit, even though I even put up dirty pictures of her that I stole from other sites, hoping I'd get a takedown notice. No, nothing. I think I've got 5 teenage kids that come by every day to look at them, and that's it.
Customers, man.
I even used the keywords MTV, X's, Beaches on X's, or X's on Beaches, whatever their damn show over there was, and it was nothing. Just horrible. It doesn't work. This SEO shit sucks. But yeah, no, so I always drop in affiliate stuff. By the way, SpyFu, right there, guys. Again, I love those guys. Hopefully one day they'll buy me lunch. But yeah, so SKYFALL is not going to de-index. Basically, people are going to end up de-indexing themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah, essentially. I think that's been the general conclusion, or the consensus that we've all reached in our groups, and other private groups have reached as well. If you're not linking out to one of these public services that are broadcasting, I'll link to you for X amount of money, then you're pretty much be fine. If you built it up from the ground yourself and you followed basic principles and standards, then you should be fine.
I mean, Frank,
I know that you guys can't say certain names, and I don't want certain people being upset that we're talking about certain things, even though we're not talking about anything specifically, and we're not naming brands or naming individuals or naming services. But if you use a service that has a website that says, we sell links, we sell that, Google knows this. I mean, hell, they rank that site for selling links, so they're checking them all out, and believe me, in the next week or two, those services will expand, and within 6 months they will explode, and then they will rebuild, guys, just like the article networks, the article directories, and everybody else did.
If anybody can explain to me, Frank, which I laugh, because when people say, oh, Google's targeting PBNs, and I kind of touched on it before, and I said, well, how does Google determine that a site is a PBN versus just a regular website, right? Like, do we register the domain differently because it's going to be used as a PBN versus a regular website? No, we don't. It's what we do with it. It's the shit that we put onto it, and it's the footprints that we think that we are so freaking smart that nobody's going to be able to figure them out. That, I mean, listen, I have made some really crappy websites, and I didn't mean to, but like afterwards when I looked up, I was like, holy crap, that's a big fat spam sandwich, and you didn't realize it when you were doing it because you were too knee deep into it, and you can't really self-criticize yourself too much. But I'll tell you what, if somebody looks at my network, I'm pretty sure that they could figure out different footprints than I can see myself because I'm staring at it all day long, right? And vice versa. Which means that, these things are usually pretty easy to figure out. But a website is a website, right? It all matters on what we do with it. So if shit's getting de-indexed, it's because of something that you're doing with it, or the process of how you purchased the domains, or what was on them originally. There's something going on that, what I would be interested to find out is people that bought domains at auctions and then used them as a money site and really did nothing else with them, if that shit was getting de-indexed, okay? Because now that is actually something that would tell me something, okay? But just to say that Google's going after PBNs, they're not. They're going after anything that's being used to manipulate rankings, pushing link juice. That's what they're targeting. We can call it a PBN because that's really what a PBN, that's what it does, but at the end of the day, a website is a website. It's kind of what we do with it, which brings it right into being a target.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I see it as, because they don't know that I picked up a website for my daughter and just helped her set up a blog that's not connected to me or anything else. They don't know that from the one that I started building for a new client. They have no idea. There's no connection other than maybe my credit card. But Google's not looking for my credit card. They're not looking at my PayPal account. That's not what they're doing. Now all of a sudden my daughter's points to this one points to this, I've got other ones pointed to it, and they go, wait a minute, why? This doesn't make sense, or why is this one particularly interesting to this entire group over here? And then they start looking at it, and then of course, they see a footprint that we fucked up and we made. So yeah, you saying in a whole, this little island that it's on by itself. No, there's nothing there. You're not doing anything dirty. So I don't think Google is going out of their way to fuck with us. Google is protecting their money. And if you're ciphering off their income, yes, they're going to come after you. Well, if you're taking money out of their fucking pocket.
I could tell you, Frank, and you know that we have a lot of different methods that we use, right? We have these organic traffic funnel methods. Byron, I know that you had checked them all out at the very beginning, and you've been involved with them. And I'll tell you, we noticed that there was a writing on the wall about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, that Google was going after links. They came right out and said, we are going after links, okay? So we realized that there had to be a better way, all right? And there always is another way. But the problem is that we kind of just keep getting sucked right back into the same methods of thinking because people just keep putting out the same crap over and over again. Oh, PBNs. Yeah, they work. And I'll tell you what, if they're done right, they work. However, at the end of the day, you better start looking at other methods because if you're not, it's just it's a light switch away from you when Google comes in and says, "Hey, guess what, guys? I found your network." Bam, and they shut it off. You're fucking done. It's like selling on Amazon, right? And when you screw up and they shut off your Amazon account, I have friends of mine that that's their whole business. They sell on Amazon, and God forbid Amazon shuts down their account. These guys are freaking pulling a Robin Williams. Oh shit! It may be too early. I apologize. Is it too early?
Oh damn!
He's a comedian.
Oh damn!
Sure. I was making that joke that about 2 hours after he was done.
Absolutely. You could joke about a comedian's death because that's what they'd want. They really would. Anyway, like I said, these guys are ready to freaking jump off the side of a fucking building when Amazon shuts off their account because it's like they just shut off their whole business. So you can't let links be the same exact way for you. You've got to diversify, just like you do in any business, right? You can't have one method of income. You got to diversify throughout all sorts of different types of income. It's the same shit with your website and your SEO. You've got to diversify yourself. So if something gets whacked, it's not like the light switch got shut off and you're done. And if you're a one-trick pony and that's all you got, you know what? You're going to be really short-lived in this. I've ridden the wave at least. God, every fucking algorithm update, every single tweak, and it always happens when I'm on vacation. So I'll give you guys my schedule because it constantly fucks me with vacation. I mean,
Yeah, that's the same thing. I go to Vegas and PBNs die. Like, what the hell?
It's awful. It's awful. You know, I mean, but you know, and it usually happens when I'm on a cruise ship, right? But so I have no fucking internet at all. You know, I get the
You'll
one.
come back.
Yeah, I get one email because I got service for all of about 30 seconds, and it's like, holy shit, pull the boat in. And that always seems to happen.
Lifeboat, man overboard.
Oh, I'm swimming back to Puerto Rico. You know, I'm like, hopefully they have some internet there. But I mean, I could tell you at the end of the day, these algorithmic, you know, people running around saying that SEO is dead and PBNs are dead. I think it's a great thing, man. I mean, I think that the people that are really committed, it shakes the freaking leaves and it opens up a large, you know, hole for all of us. I mean, when Google put out that they were whacking Forbes and when they were whacking, you know, JCPenney and everything else, dude, do you know how many SEOs like jump ship because their clients were like, links are bad, and I'm like, all right, man, yeah, links are bad. We don't do links, you know. I mean, what the fuck, you know? You know, at the end of the day, it's great because these guys they jump ship. Google loves to go out. They love to create that stir, and then we just go out and repeat the shit over and over again, you know, and make everybody else scared. It's awesome.
Well, like 3 years ago, I mean, I've been doing SEO for like 6-7 years now. 2-3 years ago, when that whole there was some networks that were de-indexed, like PostRunner, Build My Rank.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, other huge ones too. But you know, and I've learned my lesson on stuff like that. I didn't have like all my clients on it, but it was just something that, you know, I figured, okay, I screwed up in that, and I knew other people who screwed up, but it was to where those were just these huge public networks, and people are, I mean, you bought into them, but I think the people who are making these small networks, I mean, 50 sites, and they're just crushing it, it's going to take a long time for Google to figure that out, and the more people that exit SEO, the more people that stop doing PBNs, they're just going to help the people who have not been trying to do it on a massive public large scale. It'll just help the regular SEO, even client SEO. Like my PBN now, it's segmented out. I mean, really just kind of stealthy and not stupid about it, and I've seen zero problems. So,
well, Byron, let me ask you a question. Right? 3 years ago, and I remember that. I mean, I remember that like it was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Well, how many people 3 years ago were like, shit, PBNs are dead, right? And then just give it enough time, and all of a sudden, you know, everything gets rehashed again, new products coming out, and
now PBNs are back. And 6 months ago, PBNs were the shit. Now they're blown up again. Yeah, I remember that stuff 3 years ago.
Yeah. I was gonna say in another year or two from now, we'll be discussing PBNs again. You know.
Yeah.
Well, just to let everybody know. Jake and I are going to get together, and we're going to create a WSO about PBNs, and the upsell will be a plugin that will automatically connect you to every other PBN out there. So just be ready. He's working on the coding, and as soon as this shit settles down, we'll have that ready for you guys. About 18 months. So the OTO is $97.
You know, like I said, I do know that a lot of people, you know, that they are all concerned about the death of PBNs, and PBNs are not dead. Okay, nope. They're not going to be. The whole thing is, shut your mouths about them. Keep the shit private. Don't link. You know, if you have 10 websites in your network, don't link them all to the same sites. Okay, I mean that you're just asking. You know, like invite Matt Cutts over for a glass of wine and say, hey, check out my network. You know, I mean,
segment it out. I mean, segment it out. Keep stuff separated. That's what I do, and I never have problems. I'm just saying, it's just keep it private. You know.
Absolutely, and you know what? And find other methods. Like I said, we've been using like these organic traffic funnels, and they're working like it's going out of style. I mean, to the point that like I don't even worry about a PBN on some of the sites that we're building anymore because we get enough traffic other ways that I don't even need to worry about it. It's sort of like a fucking non-issue, which is great. But you know, then I'm sure that people will be trying to jump on the same method that we're using over and over again. But you know, that's the way it goes. You know.
And your 99-cent hosting,
a
year is horrible for you. Stop going cheap, guys. I mean, damn, it's $10 a month.
Okay, honestly, what people also don't realize is like these 99-cent hosts, Most of them are resellers from some of the bigger guys. So like people don't even realize they think they're going out and putting their shit on different hosts, and actually the shit is all on the same host because it's just different resellers account from the same freaking mothership. I mean, it's.
I was so pissed. I bought hosting, set something up real quick, went over, combed. I mean, I'm on page 27, bought hosting from this guy, set something up, and the email said the same damn name at the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the hell could I randomly choose the same dude?
Well, I'll tell you what, and that's why the way to go these days, I mean, is being a little bit smarter and going cloud-based DNS and pushing your shit all over the place. And I mean, we've been doing that for quite some time. I mean, I'll tell you what, all of our hosting sits right on the same IP address. We don't give a fuck. Never hit us. The shit has never hit us. It's just because, once again, a lot of people just don't want to think outside the box a little tiny bit and just try and take something and hide in plain sight. I mean, that's all we're doing is hiding right in plain sight.
Yep.
I have a guy. I have a tech guy here in Phoenix, and he's an IT guy for the newspaper here in town. And I mean, he's freaking brilliant. He's a server dude and everything else. And I said, wow, before I go out and I'm gonna rent a server out and I'm gonna do this, and I hit him up and I'm like, can you hit this number or about ballpark every month for this number? And he was like, no, dude, I am not a little tiny guy, or I'm not this server that's linked out to everybody out there. My servers are thousands of dollars because they run major corporations. You're not going to get this for $100. You're buying into servers that are, little. I'm a monster here. We have racks, and you're asking for a spot on a rack. No, it's going to cost you. Because I have guys standing there 24 hours a day monitoring temperatures and this and that. And I was like, okay, well, sorry I bothered you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jake, yeah, I mean, Jake is bringing up a good point. Jake, if you want to hit it, that they all go back to the same mothership.
Endurance?
Yeah, Endurance International. Yeah.
Nice.
If you guys check out the Endurance International group's page on Wikipedia, they have a nice little list there of all the little hosts that are underneath them. So just a few that you might know. Let's see: HostGator, Fast Domain, Bluehost. I'm just picking out this list here.
54 brands.
Wow, PowWeb. I've used almost all these.
Yep, they're all owned by the same company.
Holy boner!
Ooh, SEO hosting.
Orange, you bastards!
Yeah, so guess what?
A small orange. Yep.
Yeah, we actually.
And they brand themselves as being. Yeah.
Yeah, independent. I talked to those guys, and I've got a site on Orange, and I don't know what it's doing.
They got bought out.
Babysit it. And they're like, we're completely alone. We're not connected to anybody. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, I bought into it.
But once again, we actually put all of our hosting on. We put all of our sites on the same host, and what we do is, we mask our DNS is what we do. I mean, it's just right, Jake. I mean, it's just so stupidly simple, and we've never gotten hit, And then you always have people that sit here and they question it and they go, I see that there's only 14 different IP addresses, and we're like, exactly, that's the point. So, if millions and millions and millions of websites are only using these 14 IP addresses, how do they determine, what's a network and what's not a network? They don't. They just leave it alone. It's like, okay, you know what? We can't figure out what the hell's going on there, and they just leave the shit alone.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing: is the same guys who are saying, well, your DNS thing, your cloud thing can't possibly be working. I'm going to sit with my Host9 reseller account and drop 99 of my clients on this thing, and I'll just they're C-class randomizing and da-da-da. And I'm like, guys, but think about this. Google looks at this one IP address, and there are literally 100,000 big-name companies connected to this thing. They're not going to blow it up.
Right.
They're going to shoot themselves in the face. But your 99 on this host 9 IP that's only changed up by your C class, they've got no problem blowing you up, because they know they're not going after the J.C. Penney's or, the New York Times and everything else. Amazon, they're not going after Amazon's IPs.
Dude, nobody was using cloud-based DNS the way that we were, as far as being able to mask out DNS. I mean, and once again, will that come to an end at some point? It absolutely will. There's no question in my mind it will. But, do we think it's going to run another 2 or 3 years? And Jake and I, we always get a big kick out of whenever we speak to somebody and they go, well, how long is this going to last? And I say, well, so if it lasts for a year, why shouldn't we use it for a year? And somebody goes, well, if it's only going to last for a year. And I said, well, if Nike creates a pair of sneakers that, kids are willing to buy right now, but they're not going to think are cool in a year, I guess fucking Nike shouldn't make those sneakers, right? Well, yeah, I mean, use it while you can, use it while it's working. Just be smart about it, I mean, otherwise you're going to sit around, it's that constant, over-analysis. It's that analysis paralysis that when people get into SEO, they just overthink the shit out of everything, and none of them are taking action. The biggest thing I could tell people to do is go out and test. Fall on your face a little bit, get slapped around a couple of times, but expect that it's going to happen, and you're going to learn really, really, really fast. And then follow people that, that have tested stuff and just don't repeat shit. And they're gonna explain to you exactly what their findings are, and maybe it'll help you find a shortcut, But at the end of the day, Jake and I try not to put out anything that we haven't tested. That's the reason why I love Charles, right? Charles puts out stuff, and if he goes out and he hits somebody or if he bashes somebody, he always has something to back it up. I mean, he doesn't just go out there and randomly just talk smack. He's like, here are the facts. This is what I've tested. This is what I can show. And I love people like that, people say to us all the time, should we only follow you? And I tell them, no, absolutely not. We do one thing. There are lots of other really smart, awesome people out there that do others, but just don't follow the wrong people. Follow the people that are going out there and they're trendsetters and they're cutting through, innovative thoughts and everything else. And it's not just a one-person pony show, There's a lot of great guys out there that do a lot of cool things that we've never even touched on,
Well, and you gave me during our phone call. You said you need to go check out the site, and I went over there, and it's like $100 a month, and it's an exclusive, closed door, basically almost an invite only. We have this limited number of people that we're ever going to allow in at one time, and I'm like, oh crap! All right, well it's $100. Okay, yeah, I'll think about it first. But I want those types of groups. I want to be involved in that because if I can get in for $17 for life, I know there's not going to be a whole lot of life to it. I was talking. I have a Google Hangout group on Facebook that is slowly dying on the vine because the people who are involved, we're really gearing up and asking questions, and we're thriving, and we're like 2,000 members, and it's great, but they've now outgrown. So they're moving on to something bigger, which I think is freaking awesome. I want you to grow, and I want you to expand, and I want you to be part of a growing community, but once the community is as big as it can be and gives as much value as possibly will ever happen, yes, go out and find somebody new. Always, and I don't want to be the popular kid, but like I've told people when they go, oh, does this work? No, it doesn't work. Well, how do you know? Because I already did it. Right. I blew it up. I had no idea what GSA ranker or GSR ranker or whatever it is. I had no idea what it did. So I bought a domain, I put up a couple of things, and I blew it up. I went, well, that didn't work. I didn't listen to anybody, but I started testing my own stuff, and I went, wow, that's not going to work out the way I thought. So yeah, when Charles comes out, does something, and then shows what he did. It's not theory. It's not, I don't think this will work. He actually does it, tests it, shows the results as it's going, and then says, I call bullshit. I love that, and yes, he pisses off people. Hell, he pisses me off. You know, but he pisses me off in a good way because I go, damn it, I thought that worked. And he goes, no, that didn't work. And it won't work for this reason. So, you know, I love him, and I love guys like you, Jake, because you're that I'm analytical and I think about things, but I don't get fuck, man. I'm on the surface of the water compared to you scuba diving, brother. I don't. You blow my fucking mind. Yeah, I locked myself into the tombs.
I just don't sleep nearly enough. That's all.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, and I love coders and I love hackers because they dissect things. You guys dissect things in such a way that it makes sense. Guys like me who can keep track of what you're doing in your milestones. I mean, you guys can fucking go forever. But I can spot where you're going and where you're heading, and it makes perfect fucking sense if you look at it. So you're looking at this trail from Google and their patents, but I'm looking at your trail that's up here that you've dumbed down for me, and I just go, people, look. You can't write this into a 17-page PDF and expect, you know, $100,000 a year income. You got to go out there and I mean, you got to blow somebody for your first $500. But damn it, blow them if you have to. You got to get your foot in the door. It's not easy. If it was easy, fucking everybody would be doing it, you know. And that's why I love the endurance that you guys have showed. I mean, 20 fucking years. I mean, that's a long time.
You know, the one thing that I've learned over those 20-plus years, Frank, is that, you know, you stay true to your core, right? Like, so everybody has an experience or, you know, or has, like, an expertise in something. And if you stay true to that core, and we had actually spoken before where, like, we have people that will come to us and say, hey, you know, Jake, Andrew, can you guys build me a website and then do the SEO and everything else? And every time that we start to build a website, like, it just it brings our business to a screaming halt because it's not our core. So we've now started to, you know, we stay really true to our core. This is our offering. This is what we do. This is the reason why we do it, is because we know that this will give you the maximum amount of ROI for your money in the shortest period of time, and it's the safest way to go. And this is what we do. And because we do that, it allows us to not jump all over the place to every little shiny object, you know, but, you know, we've become experts in what we do. And that's the reason why, yes, there are other people out there that do really, really cool shit. It might not be what we do, but the stuff that we do, we know inside and out, and we're always looking for new, you know, really, you know, cutting edge things that we don't see anybody else doing. And if we don't see anybody else doing it, we know it's a path that we should be going down. But we just don't make it one of our offerings until we've got it down locked and solid. And then it's part of our offering, and then we move forward. But, you know, just because a client comes to us and says, hey, listen, guys, I want you guys to do all my social media, you know, strategies. We don't do that, man. You know, I'm sorry. We may find somebody else, but, like, once you start to do that and you start to stay out of, you know, what's true to your core, it will eventually make your business, you know, self-implode because of the fact that you're just trying to run after the money at that point, and you're trying to do whatever you can to make a buck. And I understand that at the beginning you have to kind of do that, but, like, you've got to become an expert in something, and you've just got to push forward with it, you know. And that's what really differentiates those people that are making it in SEO versus the people that are not making it in SEO.
Well, do you remember? Geez, I want to say, God, it's been almost 20 years ago. Pepsi started buying restaurants.
No, I don't remember. I must have been too busy trying to get links.
Okay, well, Pepsi bought KFC. Pepsi bought Taco Bell.
Okay, I do remember this now. Now I remember.
And they bought all of these, and Arthur Treacher's and all they were just buying up every restaurant to put their product in. Well, the problem is every one of those restaurants went to shit. Mm-hmm. Pepsi is a soda company, not a Taco Bell. You know, they don't know how to make tacos. They ended up after 2 or 3 years going, we got to wash our hands of this. They're for sale. You know, whoever wants to buy them can buy them. And some of the guys who managed and owned a couple of these Taco Bells and stuff said, we'll buy them. We'll buy the whole kit and caboodle, went to the bank, got the loan, and said, we want to own just the restaurants. We'll stay contracted for you for the sodas, but now you're out of it. And, you know, then there was a resurgence with Taco Bell and KFC and all this stuff. And the restaurant guys own the restaurants. The soda guys do the sodas. And it's the same shit with, you know, us in our industry. You're a web designer, you're a graphics designer, you're an SEO, but the SEO guy is not drawing logos. And if he is, they're not good. You know, you can't, you're plug and play, what you see, what you get software may be good enough to fool the Avon lady who needs a landing page, but it's not going to be for the client who needs you dedicated to, you know, their business. So, and I want to, like, and this is going to be a very hard screech and twist. I am going to announce for Byron and I that we are extremely, I guess, loyal to SEMeasy. We're paying members. We're in there. We use them. And as of today, the announcement is that we are now being taken under the wings of SEMeasy. So full disclosure, 100% transparency. I've told you guys that we had zero connection to anybody before, that we weren't whoring out, that we weren't doing anything. Andrew and Jake said, we like your style, we like your shit, we want you to come and be part of what we have for the future. We said, fuck yes, we want to be part of that. And the agreement is that they are not influencing us, we're not influencing them. So if we call bullshit on something, it's not Andrew and Jake and SEMeasy, it's Frank and Byron probably. He'll just shake his head a lot, but
Yeah. Hey,
we're together. But you know, we still have the ability to call bullshit if we see it. And yeah, I'm gonna bust Jake's balls and Ben's balls and Andrew and shit like that, because I just love busting balls. But
and I'll tell you, I mean, Frank, we had spoken about it, and honestly, when we started SEMeasy, we kind of wanted an environment that where we could throw out things there that are working. We promised people we wouldn't send out affiliate links for anything. We've stayed true to our promise, and we will continue to stay true to that promise. I've told you, and I told, you know, we've had a long discussion. I said, listen, I would love, you know, for you and Byron to go out and vet products, vet other SEOs that are out there. If you think their shit is good, I want you to invite them onto the show, and I don't mind, you know, us explaining why we think their product is good with absolutely no affiliate, absolutely nothing. You know, we you know, just, you know, go out there and guys, you know, we're telling you if this is a good product, and you'll see us do it on SEMeasy too. We think something's good, I go out there and I tell people, look, this is what we use, we think it's good. And somebody says they come back and they'll go, well, where's the affiliate link? I go, there is no affiliate link.
And that's something that, you know, I've hit a couple of these guys up that I know that I've been around for a couple of years, and I said, listen, I want to start bringing it on the show, and they're like, okay, well, we'll set you up a custom link and shit. And I went, no, we're done with that. That's not our business model. And they're like, well, what's your business model? And I said, well, you know, it's kind of, you know, fuck the world. We're doing scorched earth. You know, if it sucks, we're calling it sucks, and we don't want you to say, well, you've got money tied into me, so you can't call bullshit. And I want to, you know, I'm gonna, if you've got something good, then I want to let the world know. And if we link to something, it's a clean link. It's to them, because we want to support cool shit and cool people, and be honest about it. I'm not going to say, you know, oh, this is my friend because I IM'd him on Facebook. You know, you're not going to get an email from me saying, you know, my buddy just released a product and I never met the guy.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Frank, we were talking about it, and Jake and I were talking about it, and I know Byron feels the same exact way. That, you know, if we have a really good audience, right, that we can present something to, because we think a product is good, it's going to change the internet marketing community in some respects, because we're not going to push anything that sucks. So, like, step up your game, make a good product, and we have no problem putting it out there, you know, and letting them keep all the fucking money that they make on it. We don't give a shit, you know, that's not our goal. We make enough money in this world. We really don't have to worry about, you know, trying to make a couple of dollars off an affiliate link. But you know what? If you want to be on the show, fucking step up your product. Make the shit good. Make internet marketing a better place. I'm tired of getting raped through the bunghole for every, you know, Tom, Dick, and Harry that has a rehashed product that, you know, that was out there, you know, a couple months back, and now somebody just rehashed the shit, and, you know, they just marketed it well. And if it's a shitty product, it's a shitty product. We've all bought shitty products. Nobody wants them anymore. Fucking step up your game, guys. Come on, you know.
Well, and I want to say, if I call bullshit on a product and you really want to stand behind it and say, you know, I fucked it up or I did something wrong, you know, I've got an open door policy. You know, you want to jump on at 3 a.m. my time, I got no problem firing up the camera and having a cup of coffee with you, and we can talk about it. If you are the king of your area, your expertise, and you want to let the world know, bring it. Don't sing it. Let's do this, you know. But understand that I'm kind of going the whole Fox News. You know, we're bringing the truth out, and you know that's not a Republican hit, but I'm basically going to bring it. And if you are pissed at the results that I got, if I did something wrong, tell me. You know, back your shit up. We've had a backlash. I don't mind it. It's not about friendships. There are people out there that have released some horrible products that I think are really cool guys. They just took a shortcut.
Well, there's some really
business model will fail.
Yeah. There's some really cool products out there that they got that way because they recognized they screwed up a couple times. You know, there's a difference between releasing a really bad product and not backing it up and trying to squash things and just being like, yeah, we got an issue with that. We got our team on it. The next version will be better. You know, your intentions need to be good. Your intentions shouldn't be to hide anything or be naive about it. And that's really the only thing I care about. You know, as far if there's problems, great, identify and fix them. You know.
Take me to dinner before you fuck me. You know? No, and you know, and Jake, you're a coder, man, and you know about delving in, and you know that if you put a zero in the wrong place, the whole fucking thing can implode, and everything can work perfectly for you, but then you'll release it to me, and there is no doubt in your mind I am going to F something up hard, just because I did something I wasn't supposed to do. My hosting's different than yours. You know, something happened in the translation of the instructions, and that's cool because you're there to fix it. Now, you walk away from the product and leave me hanging with something that's just like not fixable. That's the bad shit that I'm talking about. That's the stuff that we don't want to see.
Jake,
if something breaks because I'm an idiot, I can get past that.
Jake, we put out shit that broke. And then immediately got a freaking backlash, and we're like, all right, guys, you know what? We realized that obviously, you know, something was messed up. Give us give us a day or two. We'll have it fixed. And we go out and we fix it. I mean, you know, we try. You know, I mean, listen, we're not always perfect. We don't expect everybody to be perfect, but I just expect them to put their product and their customers, and even the affiliate marketers, right, to put their name and their reputation on the line and say, my good friend is about to fuck you. You know, I mean, at least I would respect that, right? My good friend's about to take you, throw you over a table, and he's going to have his way with you. And I'm going to make, you know, $5.23 every single time he has his way with one of my people. You know?
And as a bonus, we're sending you a half gallon of Vaseline.
And by the way, here's a retargeting pixel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Holy shit! Okay, well, did you see the new Facebook pixel?
Oh yeah, the Facebook retargeting pixel. That thing is already getting bastardized, which is that thing won't hang around long. Trust me, they're gonna have to pull back something on that a little bit.
They sent me that. They said put this on every page, and you will have your own custom group. And I went, I already see the WSO.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I just got the email. I dropped it to a couple people, and I said, you might want to try this for your custom audience for your website before this thing becomes a WSO. You can build your audience before they start stripping that ability out, too. because I thought I would do something awesome. I rebranded a shirt for "May the Schwartz be with you." My last name is Schwartz. Okay, I can't help it that they stole my name. Facebook will not allow me to target people with the last name Schwartz.
Why?
Because it's too restrictive of advertising, and they think I'm doing something dirty. And I'm like, well, I made this T-shirt, and I need it. I mean, the buyer has to be Schwartz. I mean, that's the whole idea, you know. I mean, you guys just screwed. I bought 100 T-shirts, and now I've got 100 "May the Schwartz be with you" T-shirts sitting here. I can't give the damn things away, and so. Yeah, I should have gone with Teespring, but
pass it off as a Mel Brooks product.
Yeah. I'm just really afraid that Mel Brooks is going to sue me over my last name.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine, Frank.
Exactly. Well, I don't know if that's true. I have to ask my wife about that.
No, Frank, you can ask your wife about that.
My wife will usually just be like, "You're talking about our sex life again on the internet." And I'll be like, "Well, it's easier." Now, guys, and just so again, transparency, we are part of SEMEasy. We really appreciate it. Hopefully, I'll be able to get my wall painted with the logos. We'll bring in all those artists. I'll be getting the tattoo ink done, probably on my chest.
Yeah, I'm saving mine for my neck right here.
Oh, that would be awesome. SEMEasy, bitches.
I'm just gonna go with the tribal one around my arm.
Oh man, yeah, we got to figure something out. We got to figure out. Big old SEMEasy right there. That'd be nice.
So Frank,
good in the joint.
For those people that are watching from SEMEasy, I think that we decided you guys are gonna go. You guys are gonna go on Fridays, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go Fridays, every Friday, for the SEMEasy guys who are in there, the paying members. For anybody else who's out there, it's $197 a month to be in the SEMEasy membership. Jake's like, it is awesome. Wow. SEMEasy guys, the viewership just went to 0. They're all canceling right now. No. What is the cost of the membership? You guys are on my auto pay, so I don't even know. I don't even see it.
So the cost of the membership is $37 a month for our paid members, and what they get access to all of our software. They get access to our forums. They get access to us, really, because we're on the site all the time, and we have live interactive chat on the website. We have courses on the website now, archives of all of our past training. A lot of the same stuff, but a little bit more cutting edge. They get access to premium.
You also get access. Yep. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say they get access to the premium training. But we do have a lot of free members too, and we want them to have access to see what the hell's going on as well. And we try.
Well, they also get access to our plugins. You forgot the plugins.
No, I said software, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we got Double Agent and Index Assault, both extensions for the SEMEasy plugin itself. Some pretty cool software. I mean, Frank, Byron, you guys have used them before. You don't need to take our word for it. You're not on payroll yet officially. This is still your show, so cash away.
Like I said, if the shit didn't work, I wouldn't be it. I was a paid member before any of this stuff. Shit, I was a paid member before the SEO show even started. So I've been on it. I've watched.
Here's the true test for you,
chat to get in with Don. I mean, so I've been a pain in your
guys. Were you a 99? Were you a 99 member? Are you that old?
No, I'm not that old. No, but the thing was I was a free member. I bought in. I felt comfortable with shooting guys over to you without an affiliate link, without a discussion about it. I think you guys stumbled upon our show because I threw a link in the description and we talked about you guys, and I just said, hey, it's a cool fucking area, go over there. Maybe one day these guys will be affiliates of us, or somehow I'll get a t-shirt or whatever. And Byron, he went, well, is it really cool? Is it worth it? And I went, yeah, fuck, get over there, dude. Check it out. I mean,
Well,
they've got some shit going on. And, you know, their webinars that they do, these guys just flood it like we're doing on our show. So it's really tied in. And, you know, you guys said, hey, do you want to join up? And I was like, fuck yeah, as long as we can do it ethically and morally, you know, and nobody's getting hurt. I don't mean nobody's getting hurt either financially or, you know, they're pansy ass little pussies that, you know, are going to cry over the fact that I called them out.
Well, you guys understand that this is going to create a huge freaking wave, right? I mean,
and that's fine.
We all knew this walking into it, that, you know what, there are going to be some people that aren't going to like the fact that, you know, they can't buy your opinion, you know, they can't buy you guys to endorse them. You know, it's really atypical of what the hell's going on right now. So
good. And that's what we've talked about.
Yeah, this is why we endorsed you guys in the first place, without even really knowing who you are personally and all that stuff. It was just like, hey, this is cool shit. It works. Good people, cool community. You know, it's not like we were given handouts to, you know, plug SEMeasy into the show. It's just kind of how it happened.
Yeah, well, like I said,
you didn't get a free month out of this shit.
Don't even say our name right yet. It's SEMEasy.
Whatever. Hey, you're lucky I spelled it right
for Google.
All I know is that we were outranking your stuff with our stuff with your name.
Yep.
So
yes,
well, that's that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you were.
So SEO who? Yeah.
SEO.
SEO free.
No PBNs over
SEO
here,
show.
No. No, and I want people to know that, you know, we're going to be hitting Fridays for premium members. Yes, we are going to have open shows for free for the world. We're still going to get on and do some kooky ass shit. Our main thing is to bring our collective knowledge and power together to give to you guys who are looking for an honest-to-God place to come and chill out and learn the shit that you're trying to learn without having to worry about an upsell, a downsell, a side sell. If you haven't checked out SEMEasy and you're looking, get in, buy a month, cancel the shit if you don't like it. Okay? You got 30 days to check it out, be in the chat, ask your questions. I got thoroughly attacked my very first time in the free chat because I told somebody, hey, instead of being a wimp, kick up to $37. The guy told me I was kissing everybody's ass, and I said, why the hell am I kissing ass if I'm spending the money to be a member? So, you know, and we went off to our own little private chat thing, and I think that we have a meeting to meet up and beat each other's asses. He asked me for my address, and I said Google it because I don't hide. So it's Glendale, Arizona. You know, come hang out with me. It's cool. But you know, that was the thing, is there's been no ties. The guys at SPY do not pay me. They did send me a T-shirt a year ago when they were in Vegas. That's the only connection I've got to them. Anybody else? You know, we're going to send you the links. We will link out to people who are cool, and I just want to keep reiterating that. This is going to be for the cool kids. Everybody else, fuck off. Yes. And yeah, you're right. I fully expect by Monday that this shit is going to be all over Facebook. It's going to be in groups that I'm in. I am going to be kicked out of more groups again. Byron may have his phone blow up and be threatened with, you know, sodomy. And that's fine, guys. I mean, bring it. You know, but if you put out a product that we like and we want to help you with, we'll do it. And we do it with the blessing of these guys and, you know, the power of their emails. You got the power of our show and our emails. We can help you, and we want to. If you've got some cool shit, let us know. Come on the show and talk. And that's about all I got, guys. This is an hour and a half?
God.
Yeah.
Damn, I can talk too much.
Me too.
So what's everybody doing for the weekend?
Well, I'm actually heading out. I'm gonna do a movie with the wife and the kids.
Cool.
I kind of promised them that I would
Are
give
you
them
making a movie?
No, that's later on. That's,
Okay.
yeah.
Without the kids, I hope.
Yeah, please.
Who the fuck's holding the camera, Jake?
those low angles. I always wondered how they got that angle. You know, it's like.
Yeah, so we're gonna be. I'm gonna go hit a movie for a little while, and then, believe it or not, I'm actually gonna be doing a little bit of work tonight after I get home, because that's when I do most of my best work, is at night.
What movie are you gonna see?
I don't know. It's the box something.
Oh yeah. I saw that. It's the cartoon.
Yeah,
Box.
exactly.
I'm trying to get product placement during the open. But all we came up with box. We're going to be #1 for some porn term. Her box.
The black box.
Oh jeez. The hairy box. And Jake, what are you going to be doing? Let me guess. Code.
Yeah. There you go.
Come on, dude. You got to do something else. It's the weekend. Don't you have friends?
No, I got friends.
Okay.
I just they're all graduated from college now. It's actually funny. A lot of them are coming back asking me if I got work for them. Like, you have a job, you got an internship opportunity, and it's like, I want to provide for everybody, help everybody out, but at the same time, it's like, I've got to set this shit up here. Yeah,
well,
it's more work to give you a job than it is like giving you a job to take some of the work off my plate. It's not. It doesn't make my life easier.
How much are you willing to work for that internship? Man, I remember when I started a radio job, and it was an internship, and literally I got paid nothing. I might get a bumper sticker. I might get a ticket to a concert. I might be able to run around town all day getting lunch and coffee. And now it's like, I put up, if you guys want an internship, and the guy goes, "What does it pay?" I said,
Yep.
What do you mean, what does it pay? It pays zero. It's getting the knowledge you're learning from the best. And he goes, "Who's that?" I said, "Me, you dick. You're not getting the job." Oh, my God. Yeah. No, if you're going to intern or if you're going to ask somebody to spend time with them, commit from yourself, because they're giving away so much. So all of Jake's friends, McDonald's is always hiring. Start doing that on third shift. Start learning SEO on first shift. You guys will be taking over, and then you can give Jake back rubs, tow his car, drive him around town because he may be high. Who knows? I mean, damn, how big is that blunt, dude? You've been smoking that fucking thing for an hour.
No, it's the second one.
Oh, okay, all right. It's still 45 minutes. Shit, that thing didn't last except 3 or 4 puffs when I was doing it. That's back when the shit was cheap.
You didn't see Cheech and Chong walk right past them, did you?
Oh, did you hear what happened to Marin, to Cheech?
No.
$55,000 worth of custom guitars got stolen out of one of his warehouses.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, these are one-of-a-kind custom guitars that they have pictures of all over the place. You steal them, and what are you going to do? Go to a pawn shop?
Yeah.
I mean, that's when you just turn around and go, "Damn it, I fucked up. Here's your shit back. And here's a blunt.
Yeah.
Can we get high together so you don't forget? I mean, damn, I don't want to go to prison. I screwed up. You can't. I mean, just, man, stop doing shit the easy way, folks. Go out and get a damn job or something. All right, listen, Andrew, Jake, thank you so much. Really appreciate you coming on. We're gonna fuck this stuff up, and we're gonna grow big and grow strong and be controversial as hell. Maybe get banned from whatever. Whatever would be cool to be banned from. Byron, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you
Byron,
for being part of this.
Byron, real fast before we leave, you can come over to my house and hang out any fucking time, all right, buddy?
All right, sounds good.
Anytime.
I'm down.
Anytime.
Why is he going to leave where he is on all this land that he has with all his rock and roll and alcohol to hang out with a couple of old guys.
I got laundry for him to do, man. What the fuck? No, seriously. You know, Byron, and like I said, man, anytime, dude, I will hang out anytime. You and Frank, you guys are dynamite. Like I said, dude, you're all right in my book.
Hey, well, you know what? The one time we're not going to be cool is when your lousy little hockey team plays the real Detroit Red Wings for some Stanley Cup shit. But other than that, yeah, it's cool.
Let me just tell you, we did pretty well against the Rangers the other day, so that's all that really matters. Who gives a shit about
Really?
Red
Really?
Wings?
I mean, that's where you're gonna set the standard at the Rangers.
No, you don't understand. The cup doesn't mean a thing. As long as we do better than the Rangers, that's all that matters.
It's true. You New Yorkers, man, you just want the somehow to outdo each other, and you're all happy. You know, it's like, oh, we lost the Stanley. Yeah, well, we beat your ass.
Absolutely. We only got to win 4 games a year, dude. You can lose the rest of them. It doesn't matter. 4 games a year is all that matters.
And just so people know, I have been a Red Wings fan forever. It's not because they're Stanley Cup champions. They just happen to be. But I'm also a Raiders fan who haven't won a football game since the inception of football. You know? I mean, God, we don't even get on TV. Monday Night Football gets canceled when the Raiders are on it. So. But listen, it's the SEO show. For the 27 people who were watching us live, thank you. For the 2,000 or 3,000 that are going to watch it afterwards, come back. Go over to SEMEasy.com, join up, meet us inside the chat. Listen, there's a free option, so you can just come over and even just check out what's going on, just to check it out. Guys, we will talk to you again. We'll see everybody else Friday, and party on, Garth.
Have a good one.